It's truly amazing. That spirit of Christmas.
Hello everybody, I am filling Molly's pants right now, so Molly can dye later some last skeins for this year. DHL guy comes now, I hope Molly can get it upstairs, she's upstairs, I'm down here. Yeah, so we are in quarantine right now. Everybody is feeling good still, hopefully it stays like this. Yeah, working a little bit. I cleaned my office today, which was beyond crazy dirty, and just was so many stuff was laying around, so many tools. I got rid of this. So good, feels so good. That's what I'm doing today and right now. Hope you guys are enjoying your pre-Christmas days.
Just got out of the bath not too long ago, and I've finished dyeing up November's Patreon minis, so that feels really good. Really, really good. Robert helped me with a lot of it, just because I'm a little bit tired, so he prepared the pans, he put all the water in the pans. I just put the dye on and in there, so nice and so sweet. I know it's dark in here, but grabbing more of my Patreon minis. I have them custom spun for me, which is really, really nice that the mill that I get them from does that. So they come in huge bags, and I have to separate and go through all of them and prepare them for when I do my next Patreons. I'm going to show you guys how the studio looks right now. You can see my dye studio there. We are pretty much sold out of mini skeins. Which is crazy. I've got to get more. I could have all of my accent lighting on right now to make it just look super warm and cozy in here, but I'm not. I'm going to go upstairs in a minute. We have all of these beautiful bags from Knitting Unicorn, which I already have yarn for, quite a bit of them, dyed up and ready to go. This one will be hitting the shop. No, this one. This one will be hitting the shop super soon if it isn't already in the shop. And this one. And then the other ones I'll kind of scatter in as they go. I did want to add this one with the clementines or mandarins to the shop. It has beautiful gold accent on it. I think it's really Christmassy. Also, especially for Germans, I think it also could be very summery as well. But there's so many beautiful ones. This one also has gold parts to it. I love these beautiful Monstera leaves. This is the same fabric that I used for my Kleenexes that I made. A lot of you guys really loved it. Love these. This is a beautiful kind of velvet, but really, really thick. It's a beautiful material. I love this. I'm getting in the mail soon quite a bit of these dividers that I have in these shelves here. Not the X ones. I'm getting the ones that go straight across. Those are more usable for me. So this entire shelf will be filled with those. Those should come before the new year. I hung these photographs that my sister took for me when we lived at our old home in Wisconsin. And then she put a poem on the back of each one. And I love that. This one is Robert Frost, The Woods Are Lovely, Dark and Deep, which she didn't even know is one of my favorite poems. And it always, this has to be moved up onto the hook. I'll have to do that in just a minute. She didn't know that was one of my favorites, so that's pretty cool. Here we have our 50s. You can see I still have to restock only a few of them, not too many. Outside, I moved all of my Haya needles, and this is my Advent over here from this year. I'm so happy with it. And then, as I mentioned before, all the yarn that's in the shop. and just some leftover Christmas sock sets, which I've seen. I think pretty much most of these have sold. You can see that I have some packages going here. It's just from today. I've got to pack those up. And then these are kind of, whenever I have extra yarn or extra dye, I dye these. So these are just kind of extra random skeins of yarn that I pull from. And here used to be the wall of tonals for customers' orders, but now that's what it is. And then here is just kind of excess yarn that I'm not dyeing anymore. Harry Potter yarns, and that's mostly it. That's it. The shop is very, very empty. I definitely have a lot of things that I can do in the next weeks, which is very exciting and very inspiring, and I'm happy to have it kind of cleaned up in here. It will be a lot more clean and organized once I get those bins for my shelves. That will be very, very nice. Anyway, time to unbag all of this yarn for me to start separating and preparing for dyeing December's Patreon yarn on. And yeah, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to set it out on the desk. But I hope you guys are all having a great day. Robert is busy, busy, busy. Cleaned so much of the house today. I planned on making those bagels for breakfast today, but because we went to bed so early, I forgot to fold it, which is so important when making sourdough bread. And so it didn't really rise. It maybe rose half of what it needed to, if that. I just did my folding again, and it would be nice to have this evening. So now I'm going to go downstairs, knit for about a half an hour, because I actually do that now. You know, I talked about that before, how I say that all the time, and I don't, but now I do. I do that. I take care of myself. So I'm going to knit a little bit, and then I'm going to pack your orders. So I made some toffee crackers, which is basically a salted cracker. I used Tuk if you're from Germany. And you have a brown sugar and a butter mixture, which kind of caramelizes, and then you can use chocolate. If I were to do them next time, you're supposed to cover everything with it, but it is so sweet. And obviously it ends up looking something like a brittle or like a toffee. I would literally just drizzle it on top. Just a little bit of the caramel and a little bit of the chocolate, and not cover it, even though I have way less of each than the pattern even called for. I don't know how people who follow the pattern exactly.
The recipe, you mean?
Yeah. Sorry. Even though I have much less than the recipe actually calls for. I don't know how people who follow the recipe exactly eat that, because it is very sweet.
What's up? What are you dyeing?
I am dyeing tonals and a sweater quantity of yarn for somebody, which is super fun.
Nice.
Listening to Kenny G, Christmas. I see Robert is watching something that he recently told me about in here. What are you doing?
Yeah, doing laundry. Oh,
Yes.
underwear.
We have lots. Well, I guess we have a bit. Got a bit of laundry to do. We as in you?
Yeah, since we're on quarantine, you know, since we're on quarantine, somehow there's more laundry.
Well, of your laundry.
Yeah, all of us. It's all Elodie's. Anyways, watching poker, I found a new poker channel on YouTube. His name is Brad Owen, and he's like vlogging when he plays in casinos and stuff, and it's really, really good content, really entertaining. And if you're interested in poker, that's definitely something I recommend watching.
He lives in Las Vegas, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So he's gambling in Las Vegas at the
He's
casino.
a professional.
Ah, that's what he's doing. And he's how old?
I don't know, 30 maybe? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Do they ever show what he looks like?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it's an actual vlog. It's not just showing poker hands the whole time.
90% poker hands. He calls the vlog, so.
Mm-hmm. Polly's interested in what Robert's doing. I've just added more broth to our soup that we were eating yesterday because that's what I would like for lunch. My sinus is getting a bit not so nice. So that's what's going on. We're going to have, again, some brötchen with our soup. And tonight we'll be making pizza. I think the girls will probably be making the pizza because that's just super fun for kids. So I've just packed all of the orders. All orders are, again, up to date. Today is now the official day that you can get your orders in. No, you won't know that until later. But yeah, we just want to take a break from answering emails, orders, things like that, and just be able to be creative when we want to and spend time with our families and not have to come down into the studio unless, as I said, I want to come down and dye some yarn or something like that. So I'm going to now take probably 10 minutes to sit and knit. Oh, I want to show you guys. Finished Elodie's shorty sock. Aren't they pretty? I really, really like the way that they turned out. So again, Polly, Christmas at Hogwarts 2021. Barley sock pattern by Tin Can Knits out of DK Weight yarn. I did the 40 stitch sock cast on count. And yeah, and I'm going to just sit here, relax, and do a little bit of knitting. I've already done the cuff on this sock. And now I'm going to be working on the heel. Evening. Coming into the living room, realizing my water bottle is empty. I need to go fill that up. And I'm going to do a little bit of knitting. I'm hoping tonight to finish my sock that I was making for Elodie.